Heh, here we are. What you're watching is the final entry in my 10 words or less series, as JelloApocalypse influenced this review format. Choosing how to end my marathons was no piece of cake, though it did hit me on what show I should do, or should I say, franchise. I noticed most, if not all parodiers only cover one show or season of a series, meaning someone has to do the impossible, right? Over 100 episodes in total, and got to do them all in a limited number of terms each. Expect loads of high scores here, just so you know. Grab a bison and hold tight so I may do the thing. Hey, I'm Owen, the fiction fanboy, and here's every episode in the Avatar franchise reviewed in 10 words or less. I will be opening with Avatar: The Last Airbender. A beginning of a legacy. Destinies await. Man, home not so sweet home. It's almost like Nick knew there'd be a fan base. Now you are using your noggin. Break out. Be brave, Benders. Glad my mind was open for this. Someone needs to chill, yo, with or without H2O. Freedom is good, but Jet's flow ain't. Drastic division displayed. Quite the mood set up. Heh, I see why some would suck on what's here. Plentiful prophecies. Preposterous, perhaps. Betrayals? Brr. Any of you feeling cold? Did stuff other than elements get bent? Soaring. Whoa my, sexism sure stretched. Ocean-sized priorities pole to pole. Crossing a bridge way too soon. Looky here. Charming underpass. Finding allies all around. Misdirection. Seems non-firebending Avatar haters do exist. No crap, Columbo. Rock out. Really is more than meets the eye. Could have been a more thrilling hunt. Pretty solid if you ask me. Knowledge actually is power and provides it. Things tend to start heating up here. Hopefully this gets more appreciation. You know the simple drill, move it or lose it. What a disturbing place to be at. Most are decent or good, but Iroh wins, hands down. Oh, poor Bison. Mean mind manipulation. Looking beyond the built barriers. Flowed through, practically, my entire body. Pondering personal paths to take. Woken up to new life. Alternate title, The Headband and the Dress. Selflessness overcame sickness. Traits and skills are as sharp as a sword. Gee, even vacations aren't safe when Azula's around. Outstanding origins. Duped dudes and dudettes. No, don't bloodbed me into fee too late. Fever dream or not, I'll gladly revisit it. Eclipse gone wrong, yet very strong. Honor among redemption. Quest for a metaphorical and literal warm-up. Prison, break-in, reunion, turmoil, and surprises. If Katara wasn't bad butt already, then she must be now. Your Highness, let's recap the year, in Shakespeare form. Phenomenal! Alright, and with that taken care of, on to the legend of Korra. Entering a new entry of a saga. Blown to being a good sport. Fear me, for I'm banning benders. Tasked with finding your position is quite forced. Game plan your arena and life tactics. Define victory for me, if any of you can, please. Yet another blurred line that's between justice and revenge. Extreme treason. Woo, first Aang backstory. Raising the stakes much higher. Arguably neat twist. Intense. Starting side struggles. Lead yourself the right way, not astray. War's yet Bolin's Eska problem is glorious. Anything but peaceful perfectly fits this one so well. Ouch, got me darn good. An amazing Avatar anecdote. Venturing in attempts to reach the spirit world. Remarkable. Those movers aren't going to move themselves. Fight for what's right even if things are so tight. Brutal outcome. Giant brawl? Cool. True breakup? Ruined it. Tangled up in peculiar situations. Journey to find the wind warriors within. Smack that majesty's behind. Shall I ever see her again? Harm is there. Question is, whose is it? Who knew sibling feuds could be this deep? Needing to tie an important knot. Flying. Lie detector is the real liar. Clever. Playing hide-and-seek in teams like there's no tomorrow. Massive kingdom disorder. Good Fire Lord. Leaders banded together in one mission. Certainly a bendable build-up. Beyond extraordinary. Directed to a life without their hero. Incredible individualism, I inform. And someone else claimed the crown. Search and ye shall find. Why integration isn't such a good idea. Oh boy, just when you thought she had learned. Most of the gang reunited to aid a prince. Okay. Recap better than what's being retold? Who would have thunk? Kind of wild, mate. Totally a go. Either beans or beams get spilled. Which will it be? Colossal. Valid victory. Golly, totally was a whole lot to get through. Even though neither show is flawless, I'd like to end on a positive note. Thus, I'll tell you my top 3 episodes from Atla and same for Talak. As an extra challenge, plus a way to provide variety, I'm restricting my selections to 1 chapter per book. My countdown isn't the definitive list, so feel free to tell me your favorites and why, since your opinions are likely different from mine. Kicking things off with the top 3 Avatar The Last Airbender episodes. Number 3. The Storm. A fisherman who Sokka decides to aid is upset at Aang for turning his back on the world when it was in jeopardy, and this hurts because it was true. In the meantime, Zuko is still pissed due to not being able to find the Avatar, causing a bit of friction between the ship crewmates. Whether it's generic weather scheduling or how the characters feel, a storm happens, and the time is spent Katara learning how Aang's life changed when he heard about being the Chosen One. In addition, Zuko had huge, let alone unexpected consequences for his actions, explaining his childhood pain. Hearing 2 important arcs, not to mention during dreadful climate circumstances, was powerful. We can emphasize with both Aang and Zuko, thus making the 2 more necessary throughout the series. Number 2. Zuko alone. On his way in the middle of a village, Zuko, who's all by himself, stumbles upon 2 troublemaking boys and defends them from a group of thieves. Lee thanks Zuko for not tattling on him, and to show how much he appreciates it, the former Fire Nation prince is taken to the Egg Throwers farm, and the family is sweet. If only the same could be said for Zuko's family, seeing that aside from his mother and uncle, they aren't the type of humans you'd want to be born with. The story goes back and forth with the past and present, and that's crucial for the kind of guy he is. Regardless of what other folk think of him, we know Zuko isn't a complete evildoer, and everyone has trauma, no matter which side they're on. Number 1. Sozin's Comet. The end is nigh, meaning Aang has to stop the Fire Lord's reign, yet he is hesitant about killing the baddest man on the planet, especially considering the fact that it's neglecting the monks' teachings. While the remainder of Team Avatar searches for the hero who ran away, Ozai crowns himself as the Phoenix King, passing lordship to his loyal daughter. After Aang was informed on what must be done, and the gang having encounters with the White Lotus and Iroh, Zuko and Katara face the bratty princess. Sokka, Toph, and Suki are tasked with sinking the airships. The Old Masters fight to take back Ba Sing Se, and the Avatar is finally dueling against the Fire Lord in an epic showdown. Aang found a peaceful solution to the problem that had been going on for a century. He and Zuko, the new Fire Lord, vowed to maintain harmony amongst the 4 nations. Sokka painted a group picture of everyone together, and Katang became official. No wonder was this not only the best Avatar episode, but one of, maybe even the greatest cartoon finale of all time. And I'm concluding with the top 3 The Legend of Korra episodes. Number 3. A New Spiritual Age. Say what you will about Korra's second book, though the concept of spirit creatures was admittedly cool. Korra and Janora's success at entering the spirit world is brief when they end up getting separated. The former winds up turning into her toddler self and meets Iroh, who's been living in the spirit world, and gives Korra a life lesson or two. A flying bunny spirit takes Janora to a spiritual version of the library from the original series and sees if there are clues on the spirit portal locations. Just when it seemed the heroine could complete her objective, Unalaq and Vaatu threatened her to do the opposite of what she came to do, because Janora's life was at stake. It's a genuinely eventful setup to the last portion of the season, if I do say so myself. Number 2. Venom of the Red Lotus. Korra is restrained by the Red Lotus so they can put a poison in her body that'll make the Avatar state active against her will, and once she's done being in there, the Avatar cycle will be no more. All Airbenders who were held captive can't do much, except for Janora, who is able to sense Korra's distress. The Mercury has been placed in Korra's body, leading to envisioning her enemies from the past. In spite of managing to escape, dealing with Zahir and the poison is definitely a hassle, whereas the other melees and saving everyone else were slightly less nerve-wracking. 2 short weeks after what seemed to be another triumphant win, Janora earned the entitlement of being an airbending master, and the anticipation of what's to come was delivered methodically. Number 1. Korra Alone. Notwithstanding how stunning the battles in the entire franchise are, sometimes it's nice to take a little break from all that, and understanding why some people didn't like Korra, she needed to develop. Luckily, this was the perfect opportunity for her to make such an adjustment, and she's still recovering from all that happened years ago. Being with her family and dropping over to Katara has made little to no progress in healing, and a training session wouldn't have done that. She's suffering so much, motivating herself into making conscious choices like running only to Asami, a major haircut, changing into Earth Kingdom apparel, a visit to the spirit world, and continuing to face an actual inner demon. What more can she take? A spirit leads the untidy warrior to the swamp, and who's home to notice what's going on? An elderly Toph. Glad to see the current Avatar. Children need to learn how crucial mental health is, and this episode was a wonderful example to present that. And it's in a martial arts cartoon nonetheless. Truly a valuable narrative that has been told. Want the fiction to spread? Then please like, subscribe, share, and turn on notifications. Don't forget to also comment below and follow me on Instagram for teasers and thumbnail previews of future YouTube videos. Thanks for watching, look forward to seeing you again, and have a good night-o!